All right, so yeah, I'm recording this now. I'm recording it. All right. So family, is it possible for me to blow my account, plugging into Go Live, sticking to the rules when they say use 2 to 3% of your account, 1 to 3% of your account? Is it possible for me to blow my account? That's I have to lose 50 straight trades. If I'm using 1% of my account, I have to lose 100 straight trades, right? Family, is that possible? So you see, that's the reason why they tell you to do that. Now, let me show you something else. Why most of you are not profitable, right? Why most of you are not profitable, and you guys are like, oh, I'm not profitable, it's not working, blah blah blah, and all that. Now, this zone, right here, that we took our first trade, right here, we lost the trade. Imagine if we lost the trade here, and you risk 5% of your account just here. We lost it, right? 5%, you lost it right here. Now the market goes back up, right? The market goes up. We took another trade right here and we cleared it. But then when we came here, right? When we came to this zone, you decided to, oh, I lost 5% of my account here. I'm just going to use 2% of my account here. Now you lost 5%, you won what's called the position of 2%. Now your account is still going to be down by 3%. Do you know that? Hmm? Do you know that your account is going to be down by 3%? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not winning trades. I'm not winning trades. I'll tell you the truth, family. If you plug into Go Live, if you plug into Go Live for a week, right? For a week, 3 educators, let's just say 3 educators, Matty, Millie, and maybe Christian Lopez, right? Even if they had bad, what's it called? Even if they had a bad trading week, your account is not going to be down up to 10 to 15%. Your account can't be that down because they call out 2 to 3 trades per section, 2 to 3 trades per section. Millie most times calls out only 2 trades. Millie calls out only 2 trades per section, right? But you see a lot of people saying 5-0, 7-0. Do not join those people. I repeat, do not follow the chart because the chart is going crazy. They're saying, oh, I went 5-0, oh, I went 6-0, I went 7-0 from just 1 trade or 2 trades. Do you know that if she calls out a trade and then is a losing trade, those same people that are like, oh, I went 5-0, 7-0, they are going to be down by 7 trades, right? They're going to be down by 7 trades. So you don't have to be among those people. Stick to your discipline. You're different from them. You have a different route, right? You have where you're going to. They have where they're going to. You guys are not on the same boat, okay? So do not judge yourself. Do not judge yourself based on what they are doing. No, all right? No, never do that. Because see, you stick to your rules. 1 entry per trade, 2 entries per trade. Me, I usually take 2 entries per trade and that's it, right? 2 entries per trade and that's it. Maybe if I see a spike, I might always take maybe a 1% trade, a 1% trade of my account on the spikes. But then my discipline says what? Take 2% and take 2 trades per entry, right? My discipline is right up there. It tells me this is the table I trade on every morning when I'm trading with you guys. So I'm literally looking at my discipline when I'm trading because trading can be overwhelming sometimes because the trade is going against you. You might decide to be emotionally scared, or you might have anxiety or something, and you start doing things wrong. But no, I have my trading plan looking at me and it's telling me, yo, this is what you're doing. If you lose this particular trade, stop trading, right? So first of all, what you guys want to do is what? Find a trading structure, all right? Find a trading structure. You could be like, okay, you know what? Me, personally, I'm going to be taking 1 entry per trade, right? I'm going to be taking 1 entry per trade. I'm going to be taking 2 entries per trade, right? If I lose 2 trades in a row, I stop trading. I mean, I preach that on the call all the time that if you lose 2 to 3 trades, stop trading, close your laptop and go. You know why I say that? Because now, remember I told you if you took 5% here, you lost it. You took 2% here, you lost, you won it. Your account now is down by 3%, right? But now look at this. If I took 2% here and I lost it, right? The market came here, I took another 2%. Now I won it. My account is almost at break even. It's almost at break even because you know your risk when you lose a trade, you lose 100%. When you win a trade, you win maybe like 70% because that's what the payout is, right? So I'm almost at break even. Now, according to my analysis, right? Market came back into my band. Boom, I took it. What happened? I won, right? I won. Now I'm 2-1 with 2% of my account. So I lost 2%, I won 4%. Now is my account up or not? And family, now is my account up or not? Let's see the answers in the chat box real quick. Is my account up or not? It's up. All right. We have one reply so far. It's up, 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 up. All right, amazing. So now my account is up. So you guys need to understand that do not risk too much of your account on one trade. See, even if a trade is going against you, right? If your discipline tells you that take one entry per trade, if I took an entry right here on this black candle, right? Let me zoom it real quick so you guys can see. If I took an entry on this line, on this black handle, and market dropped all the way down here, right? Remember, market is going down, is going down. This entry was 696, right? You can see that right here, 696. Market kept on going down. This black candle represents market selling, right? Market kept on going down. Now, you might be scared that, oh my God, market is going against me. And market went all the way to the 680s, right? 680 is a better point than the first one, but your discipline tells you not to take another entry. So do not take it. Because see what happens. This thing is a double-edged sword, right? You have to stick to your discipline. That's why it's called a discipline for a reason. Boom, you take your second entry. Now I'm going to tell you how this thing plays out. I mean, it has happened to me a lot of times. So I'm just going to tell you how it plays out real quick. You take another entry. Now, the next candle opens. You can see a wick, right? You can see that wick in between. You can see this wick. It means price was buying. So now your first position was in profit, right? Your first position was in profit, but then, right? But then when it kicked out of profit, right? Now it kicks out of profit, you're like, oh my God, market just spiked me out, right? It just spiked me out last minute or whatever it's going to be. Boom, you take another entry. Boom, you take another entry. Do you see that it's still selling? Market is still selling. Now, how many entries have you taken on this trade? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2%, right? Let's say you're trading with 2% of your account. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. Now you have 8% on one trade idea. 8% of your account on one trading idea. If you lose it, you have lost 8% of your account, right? You have lost 8% of your account. That's why most of the when you lose a trade, you're in the chat box like, oh my God, I just lost this amount of money. Trading is not working for me. You feel bad about yourself. It's because you are doing things wrongly, right? If I risk 2% of my account, or at max, I risk what is it called? 4% of my account, which is 2 entries for me, right? I risk 4% of my account. If the trade goes against me, it's fine. I can lose 4%. I don't care, right? Because I know that when the trade goes in my way, I know I'm going to win 4% also because my discipline tells me to take what? 2 entries per trade. My discipline tells me to take 2 entries per trade. If your discipline tells you to take 1 entry per trade, you do it. You win your 2%, you lose your 2%. It's that simple. If you roll over, probably is a 3% trade, then you lose your 3% in peace. Because see, 3% of your total account is nothing compared to 8% of your total account. If you understand what I'm saying. Now imagine if you're at 8% and the trade is still going against you. A spirit will whisper to you, oh my God, I think this trade will come back for you. Just roll it over, right? Just roll it over. Now you roll 4 trades, yeah, you roll 4 positions. So that 8% becomes what? It moves probably to like 12 or 13%. Now you have 13% of your account on the line and you're sweating. You're sweating, you're like, shit, I can't lose this trade. I can't lose this trade. Do you know what that does to you? It puts you under pressure. And then when the market is going against you a little, you are triggered to take more entries so you can cover the losses that you had previously, or you can cover the positions you have above that are losing trades. At the end of the day, you might end up having close to 12 entries on one trading idea, which is very wrong, right? It's very wrong. But if you had the mindset of, well, if I lose the trade, it's fine. I mean, there are a lot of other opportunities in the market. I'll just come back, look for another opportunity and take it, and it's fine, right? Now, if this is just one setup, right? This is just one setup. If you risk 12% of your account on one setup and you lose it, when the next setup comes, you're going to be scared that, oh my God, okay, I lost 12% on the other trading what's it called? The other trading idea. Now I'm just going to take maybe 1% of my account or 2% of my account. Now you take 2% of your account, you want the trade, you're like, oh my God, I think I would have risked more. You see greed. Greed is not telling you that why didn't you risk more on that trade? Right? Why didn't you risk more on that trade? Your account now, you lost 12, your account is still down by 10%. Is it making sense, family? Is it making sense? Your account is now down by 10%. It's now down by 10%. Now, the spirit that told you that, oh, this place where you want 2%, why didn't you take multiple entries to get back your 12%? Market now gives you another potential idea, right? The market gives you another potential idea, and then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take 12% here. Maybe at a go now. Maybe you're having a $500 account, right? You take 12% of $500 on one position. Boom. What happens? You might win it. You might lose it. I'm not looking at the winning part now. I'm looking at the losing part because that's what happens most times. I'll tell you. You lose it. And you're like, oh my God. Remember, you were down by 12%. You won 2%. You were down by now 10%. Now you took 12% to cover up that 10%. So you'll be up by 2%. Now you lost the 12%. Automatically, you are down by 22%. At that point, you're now like, oh my God, I over leverage. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my discipline, right? I'm going to go back to my discipline that tells me not to over leverage. Now, that discipline you're going back to that you left to over leverage, when you go back to it, for your discipline to cover up the mess you just made, right? You have to win a lot of trades, right? You have to win a lot of trades. Very possible, yes, but it's going to take longer. It's going to take you longer because if I had taken 2% or 4% and I lost it and I'm like, okay, you know what, it's good. My next potential trade comes, I take another 4%, which is what I normally take. I take two entries, right? 2%, 2%, which is 4%, right? I take it. And then I win it. I'm at break even. My next opportunity comes because I'm more over leveraging. I'm more scared if I lose it or not. But then remember, once you have an analysis, once you have a training style you follow, right? And you study your trading style, you're going to remain profitable because your no trading strategy is 100%. But I'll show you that all trading strategies that you study, the one you decide to stick to, learn it in and out, is going to be more than 75% profitable. So let's even say I have a strategy that's 75% profitable. Think about it. It means if 10 trades are called, I'm going to win 7 out of 10, right? I'm going to win 7 out of 10. So if I'm losing 3 trades, 3 times 2 is 6, right? Because I take 2 entries, right? So I just lost 6 trades. But then I won 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So I won 14 trades. I lost 6 trades. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? It's actually not hard. You're not supposed to trade with greed, right? You're not supposed to trade with greed. And I'm going to show you a way that's going to make you take greed out of the questions, okay? That's going to make you take greed out of the questions. I'm going to show you, we're going to talk about the charts very soon, but I just want to get this out of the way so I don't hear about people blowing their account because, guys, trust me, it breaks my heart when I hear people blowing their account because I know how I feel or how I used to feel when I blew my accounts in the past, right? It feels very bad. Trust me, you do not want to be in that shoe. You never want to be there where you blow your account because, man, that shit can be depressing, right? It can be depressing. So now, what do you want to do? You want to go to what is it called? You want to go to the compounding calculator. We talk about the compounding always. We talk about it always. Let me see what the chat is saying before we continue. All right. Me too. I was on this table. All right. It happens to all traders. Trust me. In the circle of traders, it happens to everyone. The good thing is that it happens to you when your account is too small. Imagine if you had an account of like 50,000 USD and you blow it. How are you going to live? If you blow an account of 50,000 USD, how are you going to live with yourself and family? How are you going to live with yourself? Right? So that's why we're trying to teach you guys the discipline from when you are like when you're having a smaller account, because Jim Rohn says all disciplines, a new discipline affects all discipline. The smallest of discipline matters, right? So how you keep your account when it's small is how you're going to keep your account when it's big. Sometimes I ask myself that, Matiteya doesn't even take up to 2% of his account. I mean, I'm taking 2% of my account. Is that not still over leveraging? But I'm like, okay, he says we should take 1 to 3%, which is fine, no problem. But Matthew doesn't even take up to 3% of his account. He takes probably most times 1% of his account. And I'm like, okay. So someone that has 8 million in his account, why can't he just, I have 8 million in my account. Let me open a position of 1 million. If I win it, my account from 8 million goes to 9 million automatically, I know. Because obviously we know he wants to get to 9 million, right? We know he wants to get to 9 million. So why does he just take a $1 million what's it called opportunity and win it, and his account goes to 9 million. He knows that that is not how trading is done. He knows that's not how trading is done. So no matter how big his account is, he knows where he started from. He knows how he compounded to where he is, and he knows how he's going to keep compounding from where he is to what? To the next level. So it's actually that simple. So now let's say you have $100 account, right? Family. Let's say you have $100 account. Your daily goal, your section goal. When I say section goal, section is 1 hour, right? Your section goal is 1 hour. Maybe you join Marty's section is 1 hour. Your section goal should be between 3 to 5% or 3 to 8%. But let's leave it at 3%. I have a reason for leaving it at 3%. Now, in the next 90 days, you're not going to withdraw, okay? You're not going to make withdrawals from your trading account in the next 90 days. It's just 3 months, right? It's just 3 months. It's just 3 months. What you're going to do now is what? That 100, see what's going to happen. Your 100 USD is going to become 1,429 USD, right? You see that growth? This is you timesing your account by 10 plus. This is 10x, right? This is 10x. Banks won't give you this. Your jobs won't give you this. So you need to understand this is called growth. This is just 100 USD. Imagine if you had 1,000 USD that you started with. Automatically, your account goes to what? $14,000 in just 90 days, 3 months of just what? Plugging in. Now, I want you to see something. This is just 90 days. In another 90 days, right? The next 90 days, which is 180 sections. See what's going to happen to your account. Your account now is at what? $20,000. So now in 6 months, you can literally move your account from $100 to what? $20,000. You guys see that? So if I know that, Michael, just by sticking to your discipline, right? Just by sticking to your discipline, you make this amount of money, you stop trading, you lose this amount of money, you stop trading, you close your laptop, you come back the next section. You can literally move your account from 100 to what? 20,000 in 6 months. Tell me why I won't take that. I'm not here to get rich quick because I know anything that comes to you quick will leave you quick, right? Anything that comes to you quick will leave you quick. It's that simple. So I'm down for the long term, right? I'm down for a long term. I bust my ass to get there, and what? It's going to stick with me. It's going to stay with me. The money is going to stay with me. So this is just what? 6 months, right? 6 months. In 6 months, I am $20,000 richer. Let's even say you don't make $20,000. Let's say you make $10,000. Is it profit or not? From $100, guys, in 6 months. Let me see the answers in the chat box. Is it profit or not? From $100 to 10K. Profit, right? Profit. It's that simple, guys. Profit. But you see the way the mind works, right? The way the mind works is different. We're taught how to go to school, write exams, come out, get a job that has a fixed rate, right? Has a fixed rate of how much it's going to pay us and all that, right? But they didn't teach us how to compound. They didn't teach us how to make money. So I don't expect this to be easy for everyone. I don't expect this to be easy, but then you have to train your mind, right? You have to train your mind. You have to be disciplined. It took me 8 months, family. It took me 8 months to be able to learn how to walk away from my laptop when I'm having a losing trade. I've had accounts that I moved from like $250 to like 1,500, and I lose everything in one night. In one day, I lose everything. I blow my account because I'm unable to walk away from my laptop. I'm having a good day. I'm making money. But that one setup, right? That one setup that goes wrong. Instead of me to just take my 4% loss and move on, I'm like, no, you know what? I know that this trade is going to go in my way. It's going to go in my way. I keep taking entries. And the mindset is that when this thing goes up, and when this thing goes in my favor, my account is going to be more than even what I started with, right? But then at the end of the day, it doesn't go in my favor, and I lose a lot of money. I'm depressed. I'm like, oh my God, I would have just stopped, right? You beat yourself. So instead of avoiding beating yourself, just close your laptop. Look for something you love to do. I'm the kind of person I love to play soccer. So what? Whenever I have a bad day in the market, I close my laptop. I call my friends like, yo, what's up? Are we playing soccer today and all that? They're like, yes, we go. They're like, no, I look for FIFA to play or something because I can't read my books because I know I won't understand anything, right? So whenever you're having a bad day, look for something. If you want to jog, if you want to walk, if you want to go to the club, if you want to go eat, wherever works for you, find it to eat, find it to do. But stay away from your laptop, stay away from the chat, stay away from trading for that particular period, okay? Because your mind is not there. And when your mind is not there, if you go ahead and do it, you're going to lose more money, okay? You're going to lose more money. So what I want you guys to do is what? Go and print this out, right? What do? You send my results. Boom. Put your email, send it. And what? Print it out. Put it on your wall. I have mine on my wall. You see right there? That is mine on my wall. Every morning when I hit a particular goal, I go there and tick it that, okay, thank you, I'm done. How many days do I have left to go, right? How many sections do I have to go to make my goal, right? I keep ticking it up, ticking it up, ticking it up. I'll tell you, family, if you follow this plan, 3 years, you can be a what? You can be an 8-figure, 9-figure trader. It is not hard. It is not hard. It's just actually discipline, right? It's just discipline. It's just discipline. So whatever amount you have in your account, some people might have, let's say 500 bucks in their account, right? 3% of 500 bucks in 90 days. 3% of 90 days, boom. So your account is going to move from 500 to $7,000. And this is just 3%. Mind you, this is just 3%. For you to make 3% of your account, you need to win just 2 trades. You need to go 2-0 with 2% of your account. You just need to go 2-0, 2-0. 2-0 is very easy. To go 2-0 is literally very easy. All you need to do is what? Go 2-0. And that's it. I just need to go 2-0 and I'm done for that section, right? I just need to go 2 and I'm done for that section. If I go 0-2, I'm done for the section also. All right? It's that simple. It's that simple. What happens in 6 months? Now your account is looking fluffy. Oh my God. Your account is 102,000 what? USD. Just by doing things that are simple, showing up every day, even when you don't want to show up. All you need to do is come and press buttons. They tell you when to buy, they tell you when to sell. Right? They tell you when to buy, they tell you when to sell. I'll tell you guys, Martin's account jumped from August, September last year. His account was at $1 million. All right. I'm sure most of you will not believe this. That was when I started taking HFX serious because I saw what happened. I saw it happen in front of me. Martin's account moved from $1 million to $8 million from August to January, just for August to January. But it took that leave because of what? He was disciplined. Just how you have night and day, all right? Just how you have night and day. You have night will always come, day will always come. After the night comes the day. After a bad trading section, a good trading section comes. But what helps you stay in the game? Discipline, not over leveraging. All right, I have a bad section. Oh, I lost 5% of my account. Okay, no problem. Boom, the good section comes. Oh, a good section. I made 8% of my account. Okay. Boom, I made another 8%. Okay. Boom, I made another 8%. Okay. Oh shit, I lost 5%. I lost 6%. Why am I losing 5 or 6%? I'm not more than that. Because my discipline tells me that if I lose 5 to 6% of my account, I should stop trading, right? Why am I not having above 8% trading? Because my profits, because my discipline tells me if I make 5 to 8% gain, I should stop what? Trading. It's that simple. All right, so with that being said, we're done with this aspect. The next thing I want to show you guys is how to, what is it called? How to keep track of your growth, okay? How to keep track of your growth. So now I'm going to post this website in the chat box. I'm going to post this in the chat box. All right. So I posted this in the chat box, hfxquickstart.com. Go to hfxquickstart.com, all right? Go to hfxquickstart.com and it's going to look like this. What I want you to scroll down to is, where you at? Yeah. Download your free trading plan. Click on that. Free trading plan. Click on this real quick. All right. So this is it. Download it. Download it. download it to your laptop, to your iPad, wherever. But then you have to have an Excel that is working, okay? For those using the Apple laptop, Excel you have to pay, or you have to get the what is it called, the hacked version, right? But for those using Windows, your Excel should come with your laptop, so it should work. For those using Windows, all right, it should work. So once you have that downloaded, what you need to do is what? Open it. I have mine downloaded already, so I'm just going to show you, right? Mine is labeled road to seven figures because I'm on a road to seven figures by June, July 2021. So you could label yours whatever you want to label it, but normally this is called HFX Discipline Trading, all right? This is it right here. It's called HFX Discipline Trading. So you open that, right? This is what it's going to look like. So now, what I want you to pay attention to is starting amount. Let's say you have a $250 account, right? $250 account. You want to be risking 1 to 3%. It's written there. You want to be risking 1 to 3% of your account, okay? So I personally am going to be risking what? 2% of my account. Automatically it tells me how much 2% of 250 is. You can see that it shows 5, right? Now my section goal is between 5 to 8. But remember, I told you guys your section goal should be what? Since you guys are new and all that, right? Your section goal should be between 3 to I'll call you back. Your section goal is between 3 to 5%. All right. So you could just put 3 there. Now, what happens? If I'm risking $5, right? Remember, the lowest that we trade is 60%, right? The lowest we trade is 60%. We do not trade anything lower than 60%. As of last year, we're not trading anything 60%. We're trading 70 and above. But getting towards December, the brokers, they started misbehaving. During Christmas period, trust me, we're seeing as low as 40-something%. So there was improvement. They were like, if you see a setup, as long as it's 60% and above, just take it, all right? Because after all, it's the setup that matters, not the payout. Because imagine if you're having a setup on what's called, if you're not having a setup and you're forced trading a particular currency that's paying you 90%, you're not going to win it. So you're still going to lose your capital, right? You're still going to lose your risk. So what's the point? So we just brought it down to 60%. That, you know what? Anything 60% and above, we trade it, because different brokers vary. I might be trading USD JPY and your broker is paying you 80. On IQCent is paying 75. On Vite Forex is paying maybe 69. Doesn't matter. But then we're all trading what? UJ. So now if I'm risking 2%, right, which is $5. Now my section goal tells me that once my account moves from 250 to 257, I should stop what? Trading. If my account drops down from 250 to 237, I should stop trading, because I mean this drop is about 5%, right? I think it's about 5% of my account. Yeah, 5%. So if I lose 5% of my account, I should stop trading. But mostly it drops lower than that, because we lose about 6%. So once it's around that range, 237, it might be above maybe 239. Stop trading at 239. It might be 235. Stop trading. All right. So what is that simple? All I need to do is win 2 trades. If what's it called? If I'm risking $5, the currency is paying what? Give me a minute. The currency is paying about let's see. The currency is paying about 60%, right? So now that's 5 times 0.6. So that's a $3 this thing. What? That's a $3 profit. So now if I win 2 trades, that's $6, right? So my account moves from 250 to 256. I stop trading, right? I stop trading. If I go 3-0, that's going to move my account from what? 250 to 259. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? By just risking 2%. But if you have a currency that is paying you 70%, that's even better. 70%, because 70% of 5 times 0.7 is 3.5. 3.5 in 2 is 7, right? So your target is 2 to 3 per section, all right? Your target is 2 to 3 per section. 2 to 3 per section. Me, when I trade, my target per section is 3 to 5. All right? My target is 3 to 5. Remember, I take 2 entries per trade. Meaning if I win one trade, that's 4% won already, 4% plus one already. So if I win two trades, that's more than my 5% for a section, because that's four trades, right? But I don't want you guys to do what I'm doing, all right? Just stick to one entry per trade for the meantime until you get a hang of being able to handle the loss of one entry before you move to two entries, okay? So this compounding plan basically guides you, because see, my account is at 250 right now. I'm risking only $5. When my account gets to $5,000, right? So what happens? I'm risking $100 now. Making sense? I'm risking $100 now. If I'm going after 5%, what I'm targeting 250 per section. Now my account moves by what? $5,250. If my account drops by 5%, which is 4,750, I stop trading. You guys see it now. But most of you might look like, oh my God, my account from $5,000, it dropped to 7,000, it dropped to 4,750. That's a lot of money. It is not a lot of money. It is just 5% of your account. That's why we're using percentages and we're not using actual prices, right? Because when we start using prices, a lot of people start attaching value to it. Because now look at this. If your account gets to 100K, right? If your account gets to 100K, see, look at this. At 100K, you're risking $2,000, right? You're risking $2,000 per trade. Right? You're risking $2,000 per trade. Now look at this. You know, we always look at, oh, if we win trade, we're so happy. But when we lose a trade, we're never happy. Look at this. If my account moves from $100,000 to $105,000, right? I'm so happy. But then if my account moves by, if it drops to 95,000, I'm like, oh my God, I just literally lost. How much did I lose? Let's see. Yeah, I just lost 5,000, right? I'm like, oh my God, I just actually lost 5,000. Most of you now even going to calculation of converting it into your local currencies. Oh my God, I just lost $5,000. That's millions of naira that I just lost there. But no, do not do that, okay? Do not do that. When you do that, you get scared of putting entries. Just say, oh, I lost 5% of my account. Boom. All right. That's all right. You lost 5% of your account. No problem. Okay? It's that simple. Do not beat yourself over anything, because trust me, each and everyone on this call, you guys are going to get to that point. You're going to get to 1K, you're going to get to 10K, you're going to get to 50K, you're going to get to 100K this year. All right? This year. If this year is your year, drop some drop some bag emojis in the chat, drop some dollar emojis in the chat, because guys, this year is the year. All right, this year is the year. That's why we spend so much time showing you guys the plan over and over again. To make this money is actually not hard if you're disciplined. To make this money is not hard. That's why we keep preaching. Do not over leverage. Do not over leverage. Okay? It's actually not hard. Trust me, family. It's actually not hard. All right. So with this being said, hope you guys were able to get hope you guys were able to understand the compounding, right? Hope you guys were able to understand this compounding and how to keep track of your record, right? How to keep track of your record. Because this helps you. I mean, back in September, I say September, back in November to December, when I moved one account from 250 to about 1,000, right? I recorded everything and I showed my team, right? I showed my team that this is how it's done. Like, this is how you compound. This is how you keep track record. And they saw it. Your account is not always going to go up, right? It's not always going to go up. If my account was at 250 and it dropped to 237, right? If it drops to 237, family, pay attention to this. Now I am not risking 5%. I'm not risking $5, right? I'm risking $4.74 because that is 2% of my account. I'm never going to assume that 5% is and that $5 is 2% of my account. No, there's a reason for that. Okay, there's a reason for that. So as your account climbs up, your percentages change. As your account drops, your percentages change. Okay, so you need to understand that. So if I had an account that was at $500 and my account drops to 400, I'm not going to risk $10 again. I'm going to be risking $8 because that's 2% of 400. Do you guys understand now? That's 2%. So never say, oh, I used to trade this before, my account dropped, and now I'm going to keep trading that. No, you will blow your account. And the same thing happens if your account increases and you're like, oh, my account has increased. I'm going to be using the risk of what I was using previously before the account increased to this. You are not going to see profits. All right, you're not going to see noticeable profits. You're going to be winning trades, but it's not reflect, right? It's not reflect the way you want it to reflect. So that's why we're like, as the account grows, percentages grow. As the account drops, percentages drop too. It's that simple. Okay, use percentages. Store, keep this money, put at the back of your mind that it is what in percentages. Just put it at the back of your mind that all of this is probability, all of this is in percentages. I'm not working with actual figures, I'm working with percentages, because if you work that way, it's going to help you. All right, if you work that way, it's going to help you, because when you have bigger amounts of what's called bigger accounts, which is my prayer for everyone of you on this call, by sticking to exactly what I'm showing you, what the educators are showing you, right? When your account gets to 50K, you're like, okay, 50K, how much is what's it called? When your account gets to 100K, oh, how much is 2% of 100K? $2,000. Do you remember when your account wasn't at $2,000? Your account was at maybe 50 and $500. Now you're risking let's say 5 to 6 months after you start your compound. Now you're risking what you were celebrating before, that, oh, my account just got $6,000. Now you're risking that on trades, right? You're risking that on trades like it's nothing. And if you lose it, it doesn't affect you, right? Right? All right, so that's the second section. Now for the third, getting towards the last section, the call is recorded, okay? The call is recorded. So now my last question to you guys is, how many of you lose a trade and go back to look at the reason why you lost a trade? Let me see that in the chat box. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say they don't. How many of you lose a trade and go back to see, why did I actually lose this trade? Right? Why did I actually lose this trade? Let's see. Okay, I do. You guys are amazing. You guys are the next educators on what? On Go Live. You guys are the next wealth maker educators, right? Just how you have team ambitions, you guys are going to be wealth maker traders. I like this. Do you know why? Remember when you're on the trading, what's it called? You're on a trading season with Millie. And Millie says, oh, that is a lesson for me. I'm not going to roll it over anymore. I'm just going to leave it to be a lesson. Why do you think she says lesson and not lost trade? You guys, I'm sure most of you, you just say, yeah, she's calling it a lesson. That's a problem. Me, I lost the trade. But the truth is that it's a lesson. Remember, trading is mindset. She knows why she calls it a lesson, is because she's always going to go back, right? She's going to go back and check the reason why she lost that trade, and she's going to be better tomorrow. She's not going to make the same mistake. That's why it's called a lesson to her. Maybe to you it's not a lesson, or it's a lesson. Maybe it's a loss to you, but to her it's never a loss. It's always a lesson, right? When I take trades too and I lose my trades, I always go back to what? I always go back to check, oh, what's going on, right? What's going on? Remember on 2 occasions, we took USD JPY trade, and I told you guys to roll it over twice, right? It came back and it was a one trade. Why would it come back and be a one trade? It's because I always go back to study why I lost my trades, right? Even if it didn't come back, it is fine. It's still within our risk management, right? But I always go back to study my trade. Oh, why did I lose this particular trade, right? Why did I lose this particular trade? I was on the chart last night. Obviously, the market is closed, but then I always go back to the charts to study, right? To go back to the charts to study and see why some things happened. What was the market looking like? Why did this happen? And I found out something that actually I've never seen before, right? I found it out yesterday, which made my strategy even more better, even more lovely, right? I saw potential trades that I would have taken, but then the market wasn't ready. And then there were indicators that told me that the market wasn't ready, but I wasn't seeing them before because I wasn't studying, family. So trust me, guys, if you guys want to be profitable traders by yourself, always go back to study, all right? Always go back to study the charts. Always go back to study the charts. This is the web slinger. You have the web slinger. You have simple scalper. You have cash trap, right? You have blue gator. If you're the type that likes trading long term, you like trading 1 hour, 2 hours, go and check out the blue gator, right? Next Basket talked about it. The blue gator is for you. I have a team member that trades 2 hours. When we started, we used to trade 3 minutes, we used to trade 5 minutes, we used to trade 15 minutes, but he's like, Mike, I don't think this thing is work for me. I want to trade what? Hours. And I'm like, you want to trade what? Why don't you go and trade Forex? But that was a joke, right? Why don't you go and trade Forex? He's like, no, that the way his kind of person is, he prefers long-term trades. So he doesn't want the market messing around or anything. And since he has been trading 2 hours, right? He has taken close to 20 trades with less than 5 losses. Right? He has taken close to 20 trades with less than 5 losses. And I'm like, wow, okay. I'm like, I even tell him that whenever you see a potential idea, send it to me. It takes me nothing to enter a 2-hour trade. After all, I didn't call it. I'll just leave it and go. Come back and see profits. Come back and see loss. It doesn't matter as long as what? I'm trading within my what? I'm trading within my risk management. Find what works for you. Thank you. Find what works for you. Family, find what works for you. We have a lot, right? We have a lot of strategies in the academy. If you're not making money in the academy, it's on you. It's on you. A lot of people are saying cash trap, cash trap, cash trap. If cash trap doesn't work for you, move on. Look for something else that works for you. Do not force cash trap, okay? Do not force cash trap. That a lot. Millie doesn't use cash trap, right? She uses what? Simple scalper. Why does she not use cash trap? Because she got so used to simple scalper and it's paying her. She's even using it to pay us. Come on. Millie has broke a lot of millionaires in wealth makers has broke a lot of millionaires in IM Academy. In case most of you don't know, she has broke. I mean, she talked about most of it last year, I think June, July, August period. Right? She talked about it. So guys, go back, study your charts, right? Study your chart, study your chart, study your chart. See the reason why some trades react the way they react, why they react, right? Check the news also. Is it because of the news and all that? And trust me, family, you are going to be profitable, right? You are going to be profitable. So now, lastly, we're going to go into the brokers, right? We're going to go into the broker platform, and I'll show you guys something real quick. All right. So we have different brokers. We have risk options. We have Vibe Forex. We have platinum options. We have IQ Sense. We have One Prime. So many brokers, right? But we are going to recommend 4 brokers to you because those are the ones we have seen people use and are able to withdraw. Platinum options, IQ Sense, risk options, and Vibe Forex, right? Those are the 4 I've seen people use and are being able to withdraw, okay? All right, so family, whenever a trade is being called, okay, let me just go over the platform real quick. Is there anyone that is new to HFX on this call? Is there anyone new to HFX that has never traded before, that is just joining the academy, that finds this platform confusing? If you have, drop some yeses in the chat, drop some ones in the chat, so I could explain it real quick. All right, yes. Okay, that's fine. All right, so family, this is a broker, one of these many brokers we use to trade. And looking towards the left of the screen, we have currency pairs. All right, we have currency pairs. We trade currencies, we trade commodities, we trade crypto, and we trade stocks. All right, but most times you're going to see us trading currencies. Okay, you're going to see us trading currencies. Now, currencies, you can see that we have percentages beside them, right? You can see we have percentages beside them. So when you're trading or when you join a Go Live educator or something like that, they're going to write something like, give me a minute. Yeah. All right, good. Amazing. Come on. All right. So they're going to write something like this. USD JPY sell at 0.35 minutes. So look at this. This is how the trade idea comes, right? USD JPY sell at 0.3. Sorry. All right, so this is how it comes, right? Now just pay attention to this. USD JPY sell / put at 0.35 for 3 minutes, fixed time off. Now, when you go back to your platform, right? When you go back to your platform, this is what you want to pay attention to. The last 3 numbers is what is going to be called most times. The last 3 numbers. Now you can see that here it shows 9, 1, 9:20, it moves. It's a live market right now, so it's moving, right? This particular market is over this counter. This is OTW, overtime, OTC rather, overtime counter, meaning the market is closed, but the brokers still provide you with something to trade with. But we do not trade with this because we don't have anything to analyze the market with. So we do not trade weekends, okay? So now the market is currently at 917, right? 917. What did she say? She said 035. So that means she wants the market to go higher, right? She wants the market to go higher where it says 03 what? 035. And then she sells for 3 minutes, right? So the first thing you want to do is what? Go to the currency pair she calls, which is USD JPY. Boom, USD JPY. You click on it, right? USD JPY currently is at 06058 and it's moving, right? It came as high as 3 whatever. But basically what I'm saying is, let me change that real quick. Let me see. 307, okay. So you guys understand it. All right, so it says USD JPY sell slash put at 307 for 3 minutes, fixed time off, right? Now look what happened. Price has dropped, right? Look at this. Price came as high as 307, right? Now price is coming. Can you guys see this? This is the live market. Price is currently at 291, 296, whatever. What we want to do is what? Sell at 307 for 3 minutes. So you're going to come to the time, click on what? 3 minutes, right? Put your 2% in your 2% of whatever is in your account, right? 2% of whatever is in your account, and what happens? Now it's at 307, right? You sell it. It moved higher than 307. If you have not taken the entry at 307, you take something higher, right? It's all the way at 320 something now. You would have taken that. Either way, she's giving you a zone where she feels market will react for 3 minutes, right? So now let's decide to take it. Boom, 309 was 316 is my entry, right? Some people got the entry at 307, but either way, just paying attention to this, right? What happened? I went in for 3 minutes. I went in with 2% of my account. I got in at the zone where she called out the trade, USD JPY. She gave the entry. I got in. And what's going to happen? I'm going to watch the trade. If she tells you to roll over, I want you to pay attention to, oh, okay. Yeah, I want you to pay attention to this secular stuff, right? This is what we call roll over. All right. This is what we call roll over. Whenever you roll over, it gives you it gives you more time, right? It gives you times 2 of the time you took. Now, if I roll over, it's going to give me additional 3 minutes, but then it is not for free. All right. When you buy more time, it's not for free. Okay, it's not for free. When you roll over, it takes 30%, right? It takes 30% of the risk. It takes 30%. So now, if I roll it over, look at my risk is at what? 14, right? Is at 14. I'm going to roll it over. So what's going to, now it moves to 18. Do you guys see that? It moves to 18. Right? It moves to 18. Why did it move to 18? Because 30% of 14 was added to my other side. And now I have more time in the trade. Can you guys see? Look at that. I have more time in the trade. Look at when my trade expires, right? I have extra 3 minutes. So now I have 6 minutes in this trade. 6 minutes, right? If I didn't roll over, it came back into profit. But either way, you guys see what I'm talking about, right? So that's how the roll over works. That's how the roll over works. Put, which is sell, is red. That's why I pressed, right? She said put. Look at this. She said sell slash put. So I sold, right? Very simple. I sold. Now I want to ask you guys a question. If you want to sell a phone, right? If you want to sell a phone now, and that particular phone is you want to sell a phone, and that particular phone you plan to sell it for 300 bucks, right? You plan to sell it for 300 bucks. If you find a seller that wants to buy that your phone for 305, will you sell it to that person or not? Yes, I'll sell. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I want you guys to put that same analogy in the market. If I tell you to sell a market at 300 and the market goes above 300, is that not a better zone for you to sell it? Yeah, a better zone, right? A better zone. Family, do you see that? It is. So the same thing happens in the market when you're on a trading, what is it called, in a trading section with an educator, and they say sell this market at this particular price, right? They say sell this market at this particular price. If the market goes higher than that and you have not taken an entry, go in. That's even a better zone for you to sell the market. That's a better zone for you to sell the market. Because now, see, look what's happening. I sold at 316, right? Imagine someone that sold at 347. Who is deeper in profit, right? Right now, I'm sweating, right? Right now I'm sweating that, oh my God, this thing might come back and kick me out. But someone that is up here, he has more confidence in this trade, right? He has more confidence in this trade that, oh, okay, even if the trade comes up, before it gets to my entry, I might have cleared. So he has a higher chance of winning this trade than myself that is at what 316. So that's why you hear educators tell you, drop your entries in the chat, because they want to have an idea of the prices that you guys got, right? They want to have an idea of the prices you guys got. So when the market expires, right? Like right now, if this was a live trading section, I'll ask you guys, what price did you guys get? If all of you got prices above 316, I'm going to be happy that, oh, you guys got a higher position. So even if this trade comes back and maybe it closes around 312, and I won the trade, I know that all of you won the trade, because there's no how I'm going to win the trade and I'm not going to win the trade, because it's directly what you have a better entry than myself. Okay, you have a better entry than myself. Now the same thing for a buy, right? The same thing for a buy. Let's do a 1 minute buy real quick. Now look at this, right? We do a 1 minute buy. Look at this. I bought at 260. If I tell you to go to the market and buy, if I tell you to go to the market and buy a phone, and I give you 200, and I give you 200, this thing, 200,000 naira. Let's say, okay, I give you $200. Go to the market and buy a phone, right? And then you go to the market, and then you see a price of 150, right? You see 150. Will you buy the 150 on? And family, will you buy the phone of 150, or you still go and buy the phone of 200 because I told you to buy 200? I'll buy 150. Okay. I'll buy 150, 150. All right. Amazing. Now the same thing applies in the market. Boom. All right. So we cleared both entries. Sheesh. Okay. So now you buy. So the same thing applies in the market. If I tell you to call, right? If I tell you to call or buy at 200, and then the market pushes lower than 200, and you haven't taken the 200 I called, you take that one. It's a better price than me that took 200. Now you guys understand how this thing works, right? You understand how it works, right? You understand how it works. So now in what's it called? In conclusion, I'm just going to put it like this: buy low, sell high, right? Buy low, sell high. Why do educators always say fixed time off? All right, now when you see timing, right? This is timing. If I click on fixed time, you see this fixed time. Now, what fixed time simply means is, if I'm going to enter this trade for 1 minute, I want this broker to give me exactly 1 minute, nothing more, nothing less, right? If I'm going to go in for 2 minutes, I want this broker to give me 2 minutes, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, you can see that my fixed time is on. That's why it's ticked, and you can see the blue tick, right? So it tells me fixed time on. It gives me exactly the amount of time I want in this trade. Someone like Christian Lopez, he trades with market, what's it called? He trades with what's it called? Price action. So he wants his exact 2 minutes. If he's trading, he tells you fixed time on, because if he's trading, he trades 2 minutes. He wants the market to react in 2 minutes. He doesn't want anything more or anything less. Okay. So now, if I take fixed time off, right? Look at this, family. If I go to fixed time off, Can you see that it's counting down? Can you guys see this countdown? You guys see this countdown? Yeah. Correct, Collins. Now look at this, guys. Look at this. Price is counting down. So now when price is counting down, if you enter the market now, this is the amount of time you're going to have. So I don't want to hear you say, but I entered 2 minutes trade. I was using my wristwatch to time it, or I was using stop clock to time it, and it kicked me out before 2 minutes. No, this is what you're going to get. All right. This is what you're going to get. If you feel 1 minute, 18 seconds is too small, go back and refresh. All right. Go back and refresh. Just like went back, clicked on 2 minutes, it refreshed. Now it's counting down again. Me personally, I trade a fixed time off, right? I do not want the full time in the market because, man, the way the market moves is really crazy. It could come back and spike you out, right? Why do you do? What do you do in some brokers that do not fixed time button? All right. If I'm trading with a broker that doesn't have fixed time button, when a trade is called, right? If I see that market is getting to the price they call the market at, all I need to do is what? Come back, click on 2 minutes, right? Let's say they said I should sell at 269, sell at 269 for 2 minutes. All I'm going to do now, I can see that it's counting down. I'm going to click on this and wait. Once I see the market is around 269, I'm going to re-click it. Boom, and I enter. You see that? I might not have exactly 2 minutes in the trade, but I'm not going to have a delay of up to 5 seconds or 10 seconds, right? I might be in that trade for 1 minute, 50 seconds, and it's fine, right? It's fine. But the profit is given to you. Yeah, definitely. The profit is given to you. The profit is given to you. So, guys, that is how the fixed time on and off works. All right. So, always pay attention to the chat box. And lastly, family, when you are trading with educators, always pay attention to the chat box. Do not be waiting to see their screen if they took the trade or not. If you wait for that, you will lose. You will lose the trade. You will lose. I repeat, you will lose that trade. Okay, you will lose that trade because see, there is always a delay in go live. There's a delay in go lives. Only some educators like Del Woods, Matutea, Daniel Lopez, and who again? Yeah, and Jonathan Nunez. Those are the educators that I've seen so far that they have instant what's called instant reaction. Their goal life has been fixed. So exactly what you see is exactly what's happening. But people like Millie, Christian Lopez, Ivan Cabral, Nes Vasquez, and some other educators, right? You're going to see, right? You're going to see that there's a lag. So always pay attention to the chat box. Pay attention to the chat box because they're going to post the trade idea in the chat box. By the time you're waiting for them to take it on their screen, market has moved. So most of you will be wondering that, but I'm just seeing her taking it now, and on my own screen, the market has gone already. Yes, that's gone because there's a delay, okay? There's a delay. But the profit is given to, of course, but they are not trading because the market isn't analyzed. All right, yeah. So family, that is all about the brokers. This is all about the brokers. Sheesh, that USJ people against trend I was going up. So family, that's all about the brokers. These are the currency pairs we trade. Wherever currency pair is being called, the first thing you want to do is what? Click on the currency pair. After you click on the currency pair, the second thing you want to do is set your time. You set your time. The next thing you want to do after you set your time is what? Amount, okay? Amount. You fix in 2% of your account. After you fix in 2%, 1%, or 3% of your account, you wait for price to get to your zone and then you buy or sell, okay? You buy or sell. You buy or sell. Yes, this is recorded. This is recorded. This is recorded. All right, this is recorded. What else? What else am I missing out? What else? What else? Let's see. What else am I missing out? So, guys, that's basically it. So you come here, you make your profits, you go back to the compounding sheet, you impute what? You impute how much you've made, how much you've lost, if you hit your section goal or not. And family, remember something, right? Remember something. If I set a goal that after this on Millie section, I want to make 5% of my account. I want to have a 5% growth, and I make only 3%. I'm okay. I'm not going to trade on my own. All right. I'm not going to trade on my own and say, oh, I didn't make 5% on Millie section. I made only 3%. So now I'm going to trade on my own to try and make 2%. No, do not do that. Okay. Do not do that. Think about it this way. My account was at 0%. I made 3% on milli section. That is growth, family. Come on. If I made 2%, it is growth. If I made 1%, it is growth. If I broke even, I didn't make anything, it is fine. Okay, it is fine. You don't have to beat yourself over these percentages. Those are just goals you set to keep your account moving forward. All right, it's not always going to be, you're not always going to hit those percentages. All right, sometimes you're going to overhit it. I mean, I have times when I said, oh, I want to make 5% in milli section, and I end up making 8%. Right, that time that I said, oh, you know what, dear wood section, I want to make 5%, I end up making only 2%, because maybe that day we went 3-2 or went 4-2. It is fine. It's still profit to me. At the end of the day, my account went up. That's what you guys need to understand. If you're looking at, oh, I have only $100 in my account, 2% of $100 is $2, and $2 is nothing to me. If you say that, if you think that way, when your account is at 100K, 20,000 will mean nothing to you. Okay? 20,000 will mean nothing to you, and that is still 2%. So you see why we work with percentages, because we're on a growth process, right? We're on a growth process. So family, you need to think in percentages, percentages, percentages. Do not look at how much is in your account. Look at how much percent your account grew by. All right? Because if I am working with 3%, 3%, 3%, right? If I'm working only 3%, all I need to do is win. I just have to have 30 good sections, right? I have to have 30 good sections and my account will be at 90%. You guys see that? If I have 30 good sections, my account will be at 90%. And if my account is at 90%, I'm almost times 2 my account size. It's that simple, family. So always think in percentages, all right? Always think in percentages. So do we have questions? Do we have questions? Do we have questions? Please, I need this recording, coach. No problem. I'm going to, once this call is over, I'm going to put the recordings together and I'm going to put it on the group chat, okay? Or I'm going to request for you guys emails, because it might be too large to be posted on WhatsApp, and I do not have a YouTube channel. So please, I need this record. Please, I download raise option. Can my account be transferred from IQ? Oh no, your account can't be transferred. All right. What I'm going to advise you is keep your IQ Sense account. Okay. The truth is that it's always good to have 2 brokers. All right, it's always good to have 2 brokers working. I have like 4 different brokers I trade with. I have risk options, Vibe Forex, IQ Sense, and Platinum options that I trade with. Because if I'm trading today and IQ Sense decide to crash, I'm gonna move to race options to trade. If race option is giving me problem, I move to Vibe Forex. If Vibe Forex is giving me problem, I move to Platinum option. Rarely do you see that all these 4 brokers give you problem at the same time. All right, rarely do you see that, because I mean, if I make money on risk options, it's my money. If I make money on Vibe Forex, it's still my money, right? So you guys just try and diversify, find 2 brokers. I would recommend probably risk options and Vibe Forex, risk options and IQ Sense, risk options and Platinum options. Because the reason why I call risk options is because risk option hardly crashes, okay? It hardly crashes. So family, just try and get 2 brokers working for yourself, okay? All right, so sometimes it's difficult for me to know when to call trades. All right, sometimes it's difficult for me to know when they call trades. When they call trades, some educators, right, they post the trades in the chat, even when the market has not gotten there, and they tell you to pay attention to it. Yeah, I get that most times. Someone like Christian Lopez now, he goes into the market, analyzes the market, and gives zones of different currency pairs. So when he does that, when market is getting to a particular zone, you see him keep talking about it. That okay, guys, USD JPY is getting to my zone. USD JPY is getting to my zone. He's not going to tell you the price then, because he has told you the price in the past, right? He has told you the price and it's on the chat box. So just go back to the chat box and look. Okay, USD JPY is talking about this is the price, and what happened? You go to your trading view. I'm sorry, you go to your broker and what? You wait for USD JPY. All right, and also pay attention to the chat box. There are some trades that they write cancel trade. If you see cancel trade, delete USD JPY, all those things, it means that trade is null. Do not take it, okay? Do not take it. If you go ahead and take it, it's on you, because the educator said do not take it, all right? If you need to withdraw at any point, on what basis will the broker allow you? All right, so for the withdrawal processes now, the first thing you want to do is if you took their bonus, right? If you took their bonus, you need to times 3 your account in terms of total rollovers, right? Total turnovers. What total turnover simply means is the amount of money that has passed through your account, right? The amount of transactions that has passed through. So while on the call with you guys, I took what? 2 trades, right? Let me go and close this, close it real quick. While on the call with you guys, I took 2 trades, right? That was the one trade. Why is this? Give me a minute, guys. Sometimes when you see that it's a lost trade and you know you want to trade, refresh your broker and check it, all right? So you see, it's been refreshed. You saw 0 before, right? So now look at this. We took 2 trades, right? Can you see this? Turnover for period is what? 32. Because what happened? 32 passed through my account. 32, 18 plus 14, right? That was what passed through. So the amount of money and the amount of trades that's passed through your account is what is going to be your total turnover. So for this particular demo account, 2,969 USD has passed through. Okay, has passed through. Now, if I took a bonus of 500, if I had an account of 500, right, without the bonus, I need to times 2 my account. Now, what that simply means is that my total turnover needs to be 1,000. It needs to be 1,000. Okay, it needs to be 1,000 and above. If I took their bonus, right? If I have a $500 account and I took their bonus, the bonus they give usually is 200%. Okay, 200%, meaning my account to be at 1,500. Now, for me to be able to make withdrawal, I need to times 1,500 times 3, meaning my total turnover, which is the amount of transactions that's passed through that account, is going to be what? 1,500 times 3, which is 4,500. So right here, I have to have what? 4,500 plus 4,500 or more, right? Before I'm able to make withdrawals, all right? Before I'm able to make withdrawals. Okay? So do we have more questions? Do we have any other questions so we can close the call? So we can close the call. The market is going to be opening in about 4 to 5 hours. So we're going to crush the market. We're going to crush the market. Remember, guys, study, study, study. Learn more and trade less, okay? Learn more and trade less, because when you learn more and you trade less, you're going to have more quality trades, all right? You're going to have more quality trades. So family, thank you guys for coming on the call. It was lovely to have you guys here. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for our morning sections Tuesday. All right. Do not forget to invite your guests to the call. It's a way of promoting HFX to the moon, and a way of making sure each and every one of you rank up, okay? Each and every one of you rank up, because trust me, guys, when you make money every Friday residually, it hits different. All right. You can have a bad day in the market, and on Friday you just get this check that hits you and you're like, oh, okay. Right? So think about it that way. Invite your guests to the call, and that's it. Please don't you do Forex trainings. I don't do Forex trainings, okay? Coach Sylvia, Coach Nike, they do Forex trainings, all right? So you could get across to any of them and check for when they are free so they could put you through, okay? And they also have recorded sections that I've done in the past. You could request for that, and definitely you're gonna have it, okay? So when it's 4,500, how much can you withdraw your desired amount? No, how you withdraw your desired amount? You only withdraw how much you have, right? You can only withdraw how much you have in your account that is for you, okay? You can only withdraw how much you have. All right. So family, Coach Sylvia says you should check her YouTube. You should check her YouTube for some Forex trainings, okay? Her YouTube is Sylvia Ayo. Okay, just search Sylvia Ayo on YouTube and her page is going to open. Do not forget to subscribe, okay? Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Someone says explain the bonus again. Okay, thank you so much for the quality. All right, so the bonus. I'm going to go over the bonus one more time. So please pay attention, okay? I'm going to go over the bonus one more time. And that'll be the last question, okay? That'll be the last question. So the bonus, what I said for the bonus is if you have, let's use a lower figure. I think maybe the bigger figures are confusing you guys. Now let's say if I fund my account with $100, right? If I fund my account with $100 and I take the 200% bonus that they give, the 200% bonus is going to move my account from 100 to 300, right? So total trading value and total trading money I'm going to have is $300. The total money I'm going to have is $300. Now, before I can make withdrawals, I have to times 3 that account. When I say times 3 that account, I'm not talking about this, right? I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this total turnovers, okay? Meaning, since it's $300, right? Since it's $300, 300 times 3 is 900. My total turnover should be 900 or above before I can make any withdrawals, okay? It should be 900 or above before I can make any withdrawal. So basically, whatever your total amount is showing after you take the bonus, you need to have times 3 of that or more in your total turnovers before you're able to make withdrawals. Okay. Okay. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the call. Thank you guys for coming on the call. I'm going to stop recording the call at this point. Yeah.